YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. First, I'd like to shout out as well as embarrass a specific person I talk to on occasion, and that name is Sherry. Oh yes. I probably mispronounced her name. She didn't kick my ass later on, but you get the point. But anyway, uh, tomorrow or today is technically kind of a day off for me because I'll be attending a dentist appointment. So I have the opportunity to say thank you guys very much so far who have left a comment on my channel. It's a congratulations and all that, and just showing some really awesome and positive support. Really awesome. So far, I gotta say my impressions of the career is, it's something you gotta get used to. It's 8 hours for most people is typical. What I'm doing is pretty much, kind of factory work. For people who are asking about what I do, it's pretty much straightforward work. You lift up pallets, you move stuff around, you clean stuff up. It's that type of thing. It's in a nutshell. That's entirely what it is. Um, is the pay good enough? Yes, I'd say it is because, in fact, I haven't really been making a solid income in quite some time. I mean, there's some points where I'd get a nice endeavor, which being temp things here and there. But for this, it's a pretty good basis so far. I'm not getting the money right away. It's obviously a paycheck thing like normal, because that's how technically how jobs work. So again, what I'm doing for work is it's not satisfying at first, as it is just a learning experience, as well as see if I'm going to be comfortable with this said job. I mean, job's a job. You got to get used to it if you want to make income. That's technically what all jobs work. With this job as well, it's also what it is technically it is a job. It's a temp job, meaning if I don't like it, I have to be 100% honest with the people I'm going through with this, and I can try to find something else that can meet my strengths, because this is what this is about. It's finding the strengths with my career. I mean, I am very good and strong with organization skills and all that, and lifting things. So far, some of the strengths are behind factory work. At the same sense, I have flat. I mean, some people go, oh, here comes the excuses, but it's pretty much flat feet equal plus standing around for a long time equals gets a lot of Dr. Scholl's, a lot of powders and all that too for my joints. And it's pretty much a long thing. It's not I probably people on YouTube that do so much more work. They probably work like 12-hour shifts. They bust their tail in more probably than I ever did in my life. But congrats and kudos to those folks. But it's been so far a pretty interesting thing, or a experience so far. I'm probably sooner or later going to get used to it. So, also, one of the things I wanted to talk about, which I thought was funny, I I brought this with me to work for like because I get like 33 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes here and there for like little breaks. And I brought this with me, which I thought was kind of funny. It's because of the fact, what it's kind of industrial kind of game. But I brought my Game Boy SP with me, right? And I brought Drill Dozer with me. Very, very underappreciated GBA game, might I add. A lot of people don't even know what the hell it is. Probably seen it or ignored it, and it's shame on them for not trying it at least at some point. It's really a fantastic game to sit down and play. It's really good. It's innovative, and it uses the the Game Boy Advance, quite sufficiently. Awesome palette of colors, and just an overall pretty darn good game to kill time with as well. And I have to try to get my gaming in, or have to try to get my gaming in a day's time. At least if it's like 22 minutes or whatever. Because it's like granted, you gotta focus on your job, but on break time, it's Danny time, Granted, I'm not bringing a PS3 just to work either. That'd be kind of a stupid idea. But I was it yesterday. I was able to play some of this, and a little bit earlier today, before I jumped into work, I got like 15 to 20 minutes into this game, and it's for me it's a check and balance with the difficulty, me getting used to like the gauntlet little things all coming at you at once. But I've been playing some of Dante's Inferno. Really, 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 really pretty good gameplay so far. I really like the storyline. It's just a really nice atmospheric game. So far I still got to get more time effort into it, but that's a bridge I'll have to burn when I come across it. What else is there? Nothing else really. I mean, it's just I've been working. I like to say thank you to you guys. I haven't really had a lot of time to do much. Yesterday as well, I went to go to my brother's house. Helped him with some groceries. Appointments and all that stuff. It was just how I spend most of my days usually too. Is I like to I go down and go for the ride kind of thing, as well as I look around, seeing any help wanted ads, or that's generally my day in a nutshell. I mean, it's if I have an off day, if I'm not looking or anything like that, or that's what I used to do, I would usually just kick up and just play some games here and there, or spend some time, a little casual R&R, and just rest the mind and body. I mean, there's nothing wrong whatsoever to get rest every once in a while. It's something, it's deserving to the human body, not to overwork yourself, kind of thing too. I mean, some people, they work 7 days a week, nonstop, 356 days a year, and they don't stop once. And those people who just go on a whim and just go and go and go, kudos to you for doing that. But for me, I need break. I need rest every once in a while. I mean, I'm not a machine. I got my limits. I can't quite work. You know, I wouldn't say a full-time job, but it's, for now, I'd want to develop myself into a part-time, into a full-time. That's basically what my goal is at the moment. Is just to try to work into, getting myself into the knack of being, standing up a lot of the time, and to, so I mean, again, I mean, a lot of people would expect, me to be lazy or something like that. I mean, it's just expected that most people expect this from most people who play video games. They expect people to sit on their ass all day or something, even though I'm quite frankly 80% of the time on my feet. But for me to do this working thing, it's like weird. I'm normally on my feet, but when I'm at work, somehow my feet become really heavy, and it's like I'm dragging myself around, and it's really actually quite interesting. I mean, so far the pay is really good. I mean, it's the people I work with are actually very nice, and it's a nice atmosphere. The people, they talk, and it's just really an interesting atmosphere. You have your pros and cons as always, but again, so far I think it's pretty decent what I've been doing so far. As for would this be a final job for me, I'd say it'd be more in the lines of just experience, more of an educated experience resume, and just something to learn from, gain my strengths and weaknesses from. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about finding what's good for you, what makes you happy, and what you can feel comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with the job, this is what I'm told, what I know, and what is to be. If you don't like your job, you're not totally comfortable with the job, you shouldn't be doing the job. And that's the lesson you got to learn too. You just can't kill yourself to. I mean, if the money's decent, you're doing it to survive. That's where you gotta draw the line there. You have to do it to survive. But again, it's all about what. I mean, if you're not forced at gunpoint to do something, you shouldn't have to do it. At the same point, if you need to develop yourself into a strong, structured person, then do it. That's what I'm doing. I found this opportunity for a job, and I'm developing myself to that point. I mean, for this video so far, people are like, holy crap, this is the most boring video ever. But I hope this might also help people too who are trying to get jobs, or as well as what is it, trying to seek the self mental confidence, as well as um, the mindset at least. I mean, some people, they down themselves not finding a job. I mean, I'm not acting like I'm not, I'm like the Purple Heart role model for this at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is, a fresh breath of, like a new fresh breath of air. There we go. Tongue tied there. Ugh. But for me, I just gotta say this for you guys. At first, when you get first experience this job, if you're like 16 years old watching this video, or you're, a person that has been in the work for a while, you are gonna be really exhausted. You are gonna be tired, and it's something to be learned from. And again, I hope everybody enjoys some of the content I come up with in the future as well, because I do still plan to do videos as much as I can up to a point. Obviously, of course, I'm going to be really restricted. A lot of my time is going to be spent on, my job. So, or this job I'm, experience, like learning and, gaining from. And, on the weekends, I should be able to put more content up that's, more, fun and wacky and crazy. At the same time, just me being myself. At the end of the day, it's all about you being you, and if you're an asshole, you're just an asshole. But yeah. Closing out, I'd like to definitely thank everybody who's shown that awesome support for my previous video and all my other videos for that matter too. It really means a lot to me that there's a lot of awesome people here on YouTube, as well as in general. So with that said, I like to say I appreciate everyone that has been in my life, who has been a positive and treated me in a positive manner. I'd like to thank you guys again, and as always, I'll be putting up more videos soon. So take care, and I hope you learned something spiritually, if you're religious, or even though I'm not a demigod, don't get me wrong. But no, I hope you guys learned something, motivationally at least, from this video. That's really what the approach was with this, is have confidence in yourself if you're still trying to look for a job, and don't give up. That's all I can really say. So take it easy, folks. Take care.